Well, welcome everybody. Some of you are waiting snow. We're waiting sun. I think it's going to be a great day today. So welcome and glad you are here. We have, this is our 10th session in consolidating the learnings that we've been doing. And we're going to take a short spring break and then we will be back starting a new module. So today, what I wanted to do was collectively take stock of where we have come, remind you of some of the things that we have covered during this period of time, and anything that you want to ask, anything you've been curious about, anything that's just not working for you, this is your time. This is your time. I mean, I have plenty of stuff to do, but this is your time to say, hey, I just don't get this, right? Because that's what we do here. So feel free to ask whatever it is that you want. Let's just warm up real quickly. We kind of know this by now, right? Prepare. So in prepare, gonna hook our heads to the cloud. Just feel that slight, gentle, very gentle attraction between the very top of your head and the sky. And simultaneously, maybe you guys can put those heavy weights on your feet and lower legs for the moment to really ground you. You're just stuck to the floor. And your body is suspended. As you feel that attraction upward, I want you to feel like your shoulders can just completely relax. And even the tips of your fingers, Nancy Lucero likes to say, like little tiny weights on the ends of your fingers, just gently pulling down. Let's check in with our lower back and our knees. My knees always get kind of almost locked at this point. I get so busy everywhere else. So soften all that, soften your knees. And then I want you to just sit in a chair. Just reach down to sit in a chair and come up. Don't lock those knees, but see if you can keep that chair sitting position when you're reaching for that chair. You know what it's like when you think you're just about to sit down? I want you to figure that you're reaching for that chair. And we talked about the bubbling well last time. I don't want your feet on your heels. I want your weight on your heels. I want your weight on your entire foot. And you're just folding as we do this. Folding here, staying very erect. You can go down a lot or a little. Getting those knees to be soft and getting that spine to be just pointed straight down. Nice. You guys look great. One more time. And we're going to come up feeling this wonderful extension, but not locking our knees, not adjusting that spine. It's just relaxed. A spreading across the back of our shoulders. It's expanding a little, turning our upper arms, and our arms float up. Remember, we have an image of a lever as if our arms extend in the back, and in the back it's pushing down. And droop those elbows and push down. Nice. At some point, there's no push left, so we're going to bring our arms back. And again, feeling that stretch across your shoulders and up. Oh, I love these shoulders are staying so relaxed. Elbows first, pushing down like through water. Nice. And one more time, we're going to go into the wellness exercises now, coming up. And now sitting in that chair as you push down. And then waving your arms up and down. If you want to breathe with this, you may. If you want to completely coordinate this so that at the top of your arms is when your spine is fully and your legs are fully extended. Nice. And now we're going to gaze at the moon. We're going to come out, up, shoulders stay down, head does tip a little. Our arms circle around our elbows and we push down. And up. Let your spine expand too as you come up. Not that it shouldn't always be a little expanded. Just make sure it doesn't contract. Now we're going to come out and in and find ourselves a large East Coast tree. It's going to breathe in and become a West Coast tree as we come up and breathe out. I want you to truly feel like your arms are expanded around every single point of this tree. You are part of the tree, breathing in and breathing out. Every part of your arm, every part of your back is one with the circle of the tree. From small to gigantic West Coast tree. But it's always round. And now your arms turn into a bird and you're beating your wings in and out. And in and out. Your upper arms and your back of your shoulders lead this exercise, and the rest just follows like a wave, beating in, beating out. And now we're going to come in and down. All right, this is the first module we've actually done those exercises. How do people feel about those exercises? Oh, wow, lots of double thumbs up. All right, these are available. Good, wonderful. I like them too. And at first they seemed really so simple. And as I did them more and more, I began to realize that they are really powerful exercises. There's really something to them. And they're available on the internet. Any other comments about those?
Those are my favorite part of the class. They're so relaxing. It really makes my whole day better. Yeah, it makes me feel much better. So I really like that a lot.
Great, wonderful, good feedback, because I really like them. I like to start that way, and when we have time, I like to end that way. So fabulous. All right, I want to go back to some many things that we've done before, but I want to start with where we've had an emphasis on balance for the last several weeks. And I want to give us a chance to think about those questions. And I'd just like to spend a moment with this activity that we did before, we came over and we bounced over, bounce, over, bounce, over, bounce, over, bounce. Then we went sideways to the corner, actually. We just went like this, right? And then as we did it, we kept our front foot. We opened our quad a little bit, and we kept our front leg pointed, knee bumping forward, thigh bone forward, while the other one was in this direction when we did it. So we'll just do that. Right. And then for those of you who are interested, I'd like to see you do one of two things. Either slow it down and come out and just put your toe there. You're still bouncing down, just a toe. Bouncing down, let's have a nice Tai Chi hand here. Just a toe. Nice. Nice. For those of you who would like to remember that hip lever that we had, that we worked on, you're welcome to bring that leg up and balance. This will be helped by that Tai Chi Pole Kelly talks about. You want to have all the way from the foot that you're standing on to the very top of your head, a very clear line. Nice. And again, does not matter to me whether your toe is an inch off the ground or really far off the ground, just to get your rest of your body relaxed. Wonderful. You guys have some skills today. How are we doing? We're okay? Okay, good. I want to take us way back. Do you guys remember? I'm not going to take you all the way back to furry friends. We'll save that for next module. But I want to take you back to rocky ground, because we were working on the bubbling well last time, and I want to remind us about rocky ground because you'll experience it in a whole different way. So Karen, you're new. So what we did was, can you imagine a bow and arrow? Just imagine a bow and arrow. We do a lot of that in this class. We just play games. I want you to imagine a bow and arrow. You're going to hold on to the bow here. There's a string here, and you're going to like shoot a bow and arrow. Yeah, shoot a bow and arrow like that. And you guys have got that. So I'm gonna just throw it to you. You're gonna have to grab it out of the sky. I'm gonna throw this bow to you. You're gonna grab this bow with whatever hand you're, it's usually, it doesn't matter, whatever hand wants to grab the bow with, whatever hand was recently holding the bow. You're just gonna grab it with that hand, and you're going to line up to the corner and throw. And I mean, and shoot, right? Remember that? So I'm going to throw it. I'm going to throw it to you now. I want you to line up in the corner, and I want you to shoot, okay? But now I want you to do it when you're on rocky ground on top of a hill, and I am going to throw it to you, and there's a gale or a hurricane coming, okay? So I want you to catch it. Catch it immediately, get on rocky ground, feel the wind, and let go. Okay? Wonderful. Now, if you just look down at your feet, I'd like you to tell me how your feet look. You'll remember this from before. Karen, what did your feet look like? I mean, what did your legs look like? How your feet were?
I automatically went into the bow stance.
There's somebody who knows the bow stance. Wonderful. And when we started, some of us didn't know the bow stance, right? and some of us did. But yeah, isn't that interesting? You automatically go into the bow stance. And what most people usually say, I ask them if their feet are parallel or not, and they say, no, they're not. One is out, and one is straight, which is basically a bow stance. So yeah, did other people find that was happening to them? Now that you've been doing a lot of bow stances and your body is used to it, now I want to do it again. I'm going to ask you a different question, okay? So here we go. I'm going to throw it to you. Grab it. You're on rocky ground. Aim, fire, okay? Now, keep that feeling in your lower body, and I want you to ask yourself where your weight is on your feet. Is it only on your toes or only on your heels, or where is it? Here, we'll do it one more time and you can check it quicker. So I'm going to throw it to you. Grab it. Rocky ground. Where is it on the bottoms of your feet?
On my toes.
It's on your toes. Interesting. Interesting. So take a moment, Elizabeth, and play with that. Let's do one other thing. Let's have an earthquake hit. Okay? So I don't care where you are, just earthquake. Imagine an earthquake. What happens to your body? Yeah, one of the things that happens is your hands often go out. You oftentimes spread your legs. You may very well find yourself in something like a bow stance, right? How does it feel on the bottoms of your feet? Still on your toes, Elizabeth?
No more. No, bubbly, whatever.
Bubbly, wow. Hey,
Yeah.
check that out. Yeah, right. Yeah, and Holly was going like this a little earlier. Yeah, it is on your whole foot, right? It's more on your whole foot, and not every one of us feel it on our whole feet. When we go into a bow stance, or when we go, it is our bodies are built to be stable in a crisis, except that we sometimes do this, which is a really bad thing to do, right? But if you do this sort of earthquake experience, your body is going to go into that bubbling well experience. And what I want you to do now is I want us to go just into a bow step, because you all know that, and you've done moving bow steps now. And I just want you to take that earthquake feeling, or I sometimes call it a gorilla feeling. It's like this gorilla feeling, like you're I don't want you to really be a gorilla up here, but down here, this sort of gorilla feeling. Take that into your bow step. So let's come over here. We'll start on this side today. Come over here, and let's bend our knees. And then we're going to step out for that bow step, and heel, ball, toe, bend knee. Our hips are open here to the corner. Now, I want you to take a moment, just bend both knees for the moment, and I want you to get that rocky ground feeling. I want you to get that earthquake feeling. I want you to get that bubbling well feeling. All right? You should have this gorilla, bubbling well, earthquake feeling all the time, this heavy, open, sunk feeling in your lower body when you do Tai Chi. Then we're going to extend the forward leg here a little bit. But if you start feeling like there's not enough weight on that front foot, I want you to, I don't care right now if you bend it this way or you bend it, if you turn your waist, we all know how to do that now. But you're going to tip forward a little just to keep enough weight on that forward foot. Head's going to be up. But now I want you to move the weight back into your heel pad and turn the whole leg out, not the foot, the whole leg. Push with that back foot and take your Tai Chi pole, absolutely hung up, stand in the corner on the bubbling well and foot out. Push, heel, ball, toe, bend knee. And if you want to turn your upper body, you can practice that. Can you feel it on both feet? Then we're going to straighten a little bit more the front leg, absorb with the back, but move the weight out of the bubbling well into what? The whole heel pad. Turn it out and push and stand in that corner, your whole direction to the corner. Stand in the corner. And now just for fun, let's move back a little, stand in this corner. Do you remember this? Kind of having a ball here. We're going to swing, step, polish the table, and strike. Oh, gosh, you guys have really got this. All right, I want to remind us where this came from. So, well, first of all, do we have any questions on what we did, what we just did? Revisit or observations. How different was it when you tried to bring that notion of rocky ground or gorilla into your footwork? Did it disappear really quickly, or did it actually make you feel heavier and lower? Did anyone have that experience? It takes a while to get that coming. What do you think, Molly? It looked like you were going to answer.
Sorry, my camera was off. Actually, it reminds me that my knees need to not come in.
Ah, good.
Yeah, that's
Your knees need. This is what happens to. We all walk around, especially women. We walk around like this. Like this. You see how my knees are going in? You know, maybe it's protective. And in Tai Chi, we want to be like this. Yeah, we do. And when we turn out, it is not your knee or your foot that turns out. It is your whole leg. It is this thigh bone. It is this whole leg that turns out. So interestingly, when you are like a gorilla, that's much more natural for you because it unlocks this pelvis and it's much easier to turn. Molly, you do some yoga too, don't you? Yeah, it's true in yoga too. I was talking to someone who teaches yoga the other day. Yeah, that you know, you can't do some of those poses right unless you can unlock your pelvis. Yeah, exactly. So there we are. All right, any other comments about that? This is something that I give to you. Just remember, rocky ground can really make a difference in any of your Tai Chi, in anything that you're doing. You can do the whole, if you're more advanced and you're doing the whole form, or you can do the first section, no problem. Try doing it on rocky ground. Try doing it with furry friends. Try doing it as a gorilla. You may find that some legs don't straighten quite as much because you're thinking of gorilla, or your body shape up top goes crazy, but you'll feel heavy in the bottom and your weight will get on the bubbling well when it's supposed to, and you'll become very conscious of that. So this is good. Do you remember this, guys? We threw balls. You want to throw one back at me? Or go out for a pass, doesn't care what. Yeah, I want you to imagine you're just playing catch with somebody you like. Just playing catch. What's natural about that? Or nice, Karen. Nice. you know, we could be Russell Wilson. I don't know if we have any other football fans. I've become a football fan since I came here, but you know, going back for a long one. Yeah. Going back for another long one. Remember, we talked about what happens when we do that. I want you to feel it in your body again. Feel what it's like to really go back and store it and come through and throw that ball. Do you see, now that you know brush, knee, and push, those relationships? Rima, you had something to say? Maybe not. Okay. So what's similar about that? I mean, we talked about it a little bit a few weeks ago, but we haven't talked about it much since. In brush, knee, and push, we come back and we step out. If I'm throwing a ball, it could be very similar. In brush, knee, and push, I come forward and then I turn and my upper body turns and I throw. If I'm Russell Wilson going back, I'm going to throw one of those high ones, so it's going to come up here, but it's the same thing. Yeah, looks nice, Molly. Very nice.
Okay, I figured out what I started to.
Yeah.
When we were pretending to throw the ball, my back leg is coming up or part way up, unlike when we're actually doing the brush, knee, and push where we're staying rooted. So I found, you didn't do it, but I found that my back leg.
Some people,
up. Yeah.
You just want to play baseball, right? You've seen a lot of baseball, right? It's like this. Some of them do this, right? And you've seen that. They do this,
Okay.
right? And there's no reason for them not to ground themselves because they're on a pitcher's mound. There's nobody allowed to attack them at that moment. But when you're Russell Wilson, you don't do that, because any second, the guys on the other team are right there, and you've got to be able to have control of your own balance, right? Similarly, if you're throwing a strike, so let's all get here. How many people are right-handed versus left-handed? Let's see, right-handed people. Raise your right hand. Oh, fabulous. Okay. Then we're going to go on this side. All right. So if we're holding, if we've got our arms here, let's see, what do I want to do? And we want our weight here on our left foot. So just like we were practicing before, our Tai Chi Pole. If we come back and step out here, and then now I've forgotten what I was going to say, but let's just do the brush knee. And we come forward and we push forward. Our feet are on the ground. I want you to feel that bubbling well. You should still feel it in the back. There's a lot of weight still in the back at this moment. Your upper body is tilted a little forward, but you're holding the reserve. It's right here. Then when we push with the back leg, absorb with the front, and strike out, our energy leaves back here and comes forward, and we're throwing the strike. So if I did this fast, it looked like this. If I did this fast, it looked like this. And I would be grounded in my body. Elizabeth, do you have something to say, or are you striking? I'm not sure.
Just-
Good. Well, it looked like a strike. It
Good.
looked like a strike. So it's coming there. And I know that's it. So let's actually, I wanted to remind you of these things, because for those of you who are already know the first section, or in some of your cases, you're about to take the first section, you're going to be coming to this move. And I want you to just remember, we introduced this move out of throwing. And it is just like throwing. It has all of these natural movements in it. So you can go back and forth when your teacher is telling you, or when you're trying to do the form, you can say, am I feeling like I have any power? If this was a ball in my hand, you know, like, would it go anywhere? Where am I storing the energy? Where am I releasing it? And if the next time you're throwing a ball, you can slow it down and you can think about that. Or toss your socks. Toss your socks into, toss your socks into the laundry. Whatever you want to do, make that work. All right, I wanna take us through the other moves that we did. So let's be on this side again. So I want you to, we talked about, let me just explain. I've said as if we're holding a ball here, and a whole bunch of people in a lot of Tai Chi styles say this. We never say it in Yang family, but it is useful to think almost, because our arms are a little straighter than, I mean, holding a ball, people do this, and we'd never do that, right? But the notion of something squishy here that's between you is really helpful. And then you can have your Tai Chi pole. So I want us here with our Tai Chi pole, and I want to have this opening we were having earlier right here. And I want a weight on the back foot. It'll be your right foot probably if you're mirroring me. And then if you push down a little bit on this top hand, that what you were holding would help you swing that arm out. And now your weight is still on that back foot. We're going to push with the back foot, turn our upper body until everything is to the corner, except our head is going to be looking forward. And then you should have this feeling of storing energy. Nice. I can feel you have the storing energy. Now we're going to push with that back foot and throw that strike and turn our upper body while our lower body still feels like a gorilla and is open to the corner. Now we did this one. Remember, we came forward, we yielded. We put our hand down on sticky Velcro. Karen, this is going to be different than you were taught in section 1. And now we're going to put that back foot down, and then we're going to push with the front foot, and we're going to pull the Velcro back this way, and this hand's going to turn like a knife edge. Then stand on that back foot, have your Tai Chi pole going straight, one up, one down. You can lift that leg all the way up, or you can just put your toe. Then we're going to let the top hand come over and the bottom hand come out as we look to the corner. Push, swing, step. Polish the table as we turn to the corner, but we look straight ahead. I mean, straight to the camera. Then we are all like a spring coiled. We're going to push with the back foot, bend the front leg. Forward, in, sticky, 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 pull, turn, up. down, swing, step, polish the table, strike. Nice. Nice job. Any questions about that? That's Golden Rooster stands on one leg. It doesn't occur until the third section. Molly.
What should our foot be doing when it's in the air for those of us that are stepping up? Is it pointed or flexed?
It is. So here's what you're doing, and I can't do it very well because I don't have the same mobility. You'll probably be able to do it really well. So what you ideally want to do, oh, we're to the corner here. This leg is straight. We've levered it up. If I were showing it this way, it would be here. If you can, you bend it further than I can. You let the, what you're doing is you're protecting your knee like I'm protecting my elbow. The knee, the other knee. Okay, so if the ideal is that, let's see if I can get where my hip crease is right here, is that this comes up at an angle. I don't think you can really see that, but it comes up at an angle. But coming this high would be okay. And then it needs to, I don't have the flexibility. If it can, it needs to come in and protect that other knee. Because someone might be kicking at your knee when you're standing on one leg. Yes, lovely. That's it.
Thank you.
Yep, good question. And Molly, I can't see, I think you're doing it right. Just make sure that you don't get tempted to do this. You know, you're to the corner here and this is here. So you don't want, you don't want to do this. When you start thinking about that, you still want to be open there. So leg to the corner, leg to the straight. Got it. All right, good. Any other questions on this? Well, that's kind of a whirlwind tour of what we did this time. So I'm gonna, and any other comments about what we've done, and then I'm gonna cool us down one last time for this module. Yeah, Rima.
Is it me, or did we only do that move on one side?
We could do it on the other side as part of our cool down. We'll do it on the other side. I've been.
Did I just get it backwards, or is that what we did? We did it twice on the same side.
We did it 2 or 3 times on the same side. We did.
Okay.
We did.
Right.
We did, in fact. And we could have done it on the other side, but when we do it on the other side, we keep doing it on the other side. And it is worth mentioning that let's see, what am I doing? Here we go. I'm just talking about one thing and doing another. There you go. So yes, but this particular sequence of moves is never done in the form. So I just want to explain that martially, I don't know of a case where you can go from this movement to this movement. This makes a lot of sense if you were with an opponent. That makes sense. The fact that we would now do this doesn't necessarily make sense to me. And I'm not enough of a martial artist to find a way that it does make sense. But it was a way that we could link these two together. And I just wanted to clarify that. I'm not teaching you a connection between 2 moves there. But this move, when you finish here, if you didn't disable them with your strike, and you can reach and grab their shoulder and pull them into you and lift them up at the same time you're kneeing them, this is a good martial move. And it's a reasonable martial sequence. So for those of you who are interested in the martial aspects of this, those two make sense. All right, let's cool down and then we'll have, oh, Rima, did you have more comments? You get, okay. All right. So let's do just a quick modified version of the wellness exercises to finish up today. Prepare. Opening. And we're going to come down, sitting in the chair, and up. And one more. And now we're going to gaze at the moon. Really taking it all in, enjoying our Tai Chi community. Breathing in, out, in, out. Let's breathe with a tree. Feel every part of the tree. Your tree is now your arms are wings, feet, open. Feel the power of your own body as you ride the wind. And bring our arms in. Come down some. And cross our arms and drag our fingers through the sand. Grab up some of that warm sand and let it go through our fingers. Feel its grittiness and its warmth. Drag our fingers through the sand. Up, squeeze, down. And we'll stop here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much,
Next,
Katie.
you're very, very welcome. Next 2 Saturdays, spring break. See you the
Okay.
following one. I'll send out an email with all the information.